Do you ever feel like everyone else is winning financially except for you? More money, more success, more freedom, while you're stuck wondering what you're even doing wrong? Now that feeling is incredibly common. And in this video, I'm gonna explain the 7 reasons why you might be feeling like you're falling behind financially and expose whether you're actually falling behind or not at all. And if you're new to our channel, my name is Parys. I'm a self-made millionaire teaching you everything that you need to know about finance. So if you like free content like this, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and click the notification bell, and let's get started. Now the first reason why you feel like you might be financially behind is because you're comparing your real life to everyone else's highlight reel. Let's be honest, social media can really mess with your head. You see people posting new cars, luxury vacations, their hot girlfriend or boyfriend. They just closed their dream home. They did it when they're in their 20s. And while yes, some people are actually doing this, and congratulations to each and every one of them, a lot of the times you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't see their credit card debt, their loans, their help from their family, or the fact that they have half of it financed. So the next time you go on social media and you see some 20-year-old in a Lamborghini, just understand that you don't see behind the scenes that they're paying about $2,000 to $3,000 a month for that car, and they may actually have zero savings, and you financially may be in a better position than they are because they're constantly having to burn money, actually go through that money to create this lifestyle on social media to then make the money for the payment for the car. Now there are ways to actually make tens of thousands of dollars a month, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, and the way that I've personally been able to do this is I started my own school and I teach people how to create and sell digital products. The reason why I personally love digital products so much is that you create it one time and you can sell it as much as you want. There's no inventory and you can sell it infinitely. So a lot of these young gurus are doing this exact thing, and I've been doing this since 2015. So if you really do want to make millions of dollars, digital products are 100% the best way, but just know that it can take time to build up to this. If you're interested in learning more, just click the links down below in the description. But for now, let's talk about reason number 2 is that no one taught you what a financial process actually looks like. Now we 100% have schools to blame for this because they don't teach you anything about finance in school. They don't teach you about taxes. They don't teach you about budgeting. They don't teach you how to actually even make money. They just teach you how to repeat things and then hopefully pass that on an exam. So what happens is most people think more money, bigger lifestyle, more stuff. But here's what real finance is all about. It's about paying off debt, building an emergency fund, investing consistently, and saying no to the things that you can't afford yet. I know, super boring, but if you're able to do this, this is where you'll be able to become financially free and never have to work a job ever again in your life. In fact, I got out of the rat race 10 years ago, and I've never worked a job since. But before I was able to be in that situation, I worked for 4 years, 3 jobs at a time. That's right, I was a teacher, I was a basketball coach, and I started my side hustle, and I started creating content. So I guess technically that's 4, but you get the point. So if you feel like you're behind because you didn't get a raise this year, but you did pay off your credit card debt and started investing for the first time, that's real progress. And one day you'll reach financial freedom to where you'll never have to worry about money again. And that's the ultimate goal of finance. Now, reason number 3 is that inflation has quietly made things a lot harder. You see, a lot of people are blaming themselves, where in reality, math is the big problem. Today, groceries cost more than ever, rent is higher than ever, insurance, gas, utilities, all of these are up. So if you feel like 2 years ago you were doing fine, but today everything is just crazy expensive, don't worry, you're not stressing. You just need to make some more money. And the really cool thing about today is that you have the internet, you have computers, you have social media, and combining all of these together can definitely help you build a side hustle quicker and faster than ever. And with AI, if you're really efficient with this, you can build a side hustle within a matter of days to even a matter of weeks. Again, having your own personal brand, social media, and digital products, that combination is unbeatable here right now, and I believe it's going to be unbeatable in the future. So no, you're not failing. Inflation, though, is shrinking your buying power. So if you're not doing something about that now, soon into the future, it will eat away at your lifestyle. Now, our 4th reason why you might feel financially behind is because you're early in the game, not late. This is a huge one. If you're in your 20s or even your 30s, you're still super early to your finances. I personally didn't make my first $1 million in cash in the bank until I was 30. Now, in my 20s, I was able to earn passive income of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I almost made my first million by that point. But typically, if you do wealth the right way, it takes time to build up, especially because you do want to have some sort of a lifestyle. So here are some benchmarks for you to think about. In your 20s, you should really be learning. In your 30s, you should be building. And in your 40s, this is when momentum really kicks in. So just know if you're at those milestones right now, it's totally fine. Now, you might even be feeling right now in your 20s or 30s like you don't have any money in investment and you're just doing the paycheck to paycheck thing, where in reality, you're probably not falling behind. You're just aware that you need to be saving for the future and that you're going to be planning for this now. That's not behind, that's early awareness, which most people never get. Now, reason number 5 is that your income hasn't caught up to your responsibilities yet. Life, especially after college, goes really fast and expenses can come and grow even faster. Student loans, rent, kids, car payment, unexpected emergencies. All of these things can really add up, and they can really add up quickly. So if you're making more money than you ever have before and you're still feeling broke, this is the reason why. It's because your responsibilities have actually multiplied faster than the amount of money you're earning. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're bad with money. It just means your income strategy may need an upgrade. An example of this would be starting a side hustle, or if your spouse or somebody else in the family can't start a second or third job, this definitely can help. Or you yourself may have to have multiple jobs at one time in order to start getting ahead financially. I know, more work? Come on, Joe. I came to this video so I don't have to do any work. I know, I hear you, and you'll get there one day, but to be completely transparent with you, I worked out of my parents' basement on top of 3 other jobs all throughout my 20s to get to where I am in my 30s, to where, yes, I can fly first class, I can travel the world, I am my own boss, and I have more money coming in than I know what to do with. But I've earned that, meaning I actually put in the work of all the time, energy, and effort, learning the skills, actually executing, putting myself out there, building a personal brand, building YouTube channels, and it took over a decade for me to get to this point. Now, it doesn't need to take you nearly that long, and my products and services will help you shortcut what I've had to go through. And today, I believe there's such amazing opportunities out there with AI, social media, and personal brands that you can seriously transform your life financially within 6 months to maybe even a year. Now, the 6th reason why you might be feeling like you're behind is that you're actually measuring yourself against the wrong people. Most people today are measuring themselves against influencers, entrepreneurs at their peak, or friends in a totally different situation. When you go online and you see those influencers flying around in Ferraris and doing all these things, and some of these gurus and people that you're seeing on social media, they may have been at it from a very young age. So if you're comparing yourself and your finances to somebody who lives at home, has no kids, or has had help getting started, you're just never going to win this game. Your job is to focus on yourself, where you're at right now, and then how to improve your finances significantly by simply smashing up the like button, clicking the subscribe button, and hitting the notification bell so that you come back to this channel every single time we come out with a new video. They're time sensitive as well, so you're not going to want to miss out. Thanks for your support. But honestly, the only person you should be comparing yourself to is, well, yourself, and taking a look at your progress on your own. The best way to do this is to compare yourself to who you were last year, not somebody else who you don't even know. Now, the 7th reason that you may feel like you're falling behind is because you actually pay attention to your finances. Now, let me explain this. You see, this is a very important one because the moment that you start budgeting, investing, or learning about money, you suddenly feel behind. Why? Because your new awareness is difficult to deal with. You see, you didn't feel stressed before because you weren't tracking anything. You were just spending money, making money, and living your married life. But now that you know your numbers and you know where you stand, you feel super overwhelmed. That's not being behind though. That's just waking up to what's reality, and then you can move forward and actually start fixing it. In fact, waking up right now and understanding where you are financially and having that awareness is your first step to getting ahead financially. Now, when I was in my 20s, I read a book called The Compound Effect. This is one of the best books I've ever read on finance. In the book, the author talks about how small little incremental steps make a huge difference. But one of the other things that he mentioned in the book that really stood out to me is that he tracked everything. So if there's one thing that you can really take away from this video, track your finances. Track every penny that goes in, that goes out. Now, my accounting team does this for me, so I can just look at it every single month. I pull in all my credit cards, I pull in everything into one area, and QuickBooks takes care of all that for us. And truthfully, to this day, ever since I started my digital product business, every year I have been in profits. I will say that that is pretty impressive because 10 years straight in a row, I have profited from my own business. And I know that 9 out of every 10 businesses fail. So the fact that I've been doing this for 10 years and I've been profitable every year for 10 years should show you that, yes, I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to finances and how I can help you. So how can I help you? Well, you'll find in the description below a lot of my products and services that can help you not only with finances, but building your own personal brand and how I was able to make over $600,000 in just 1 month with digital products. If those things interest you, click the links down below. And thanks for watching this video. We'll see you in the next ones. Stay tuned.